Welcome to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. We are 2 out of 3 brothers doing pop culture through a rainbow lens. Hello, Brett.
Hello, Lee.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Back from a little trip I took up to
Tripped
the
up
Sunshine
Brizzy.
State.
Did you enjoy your Parmo and chips?
I did enjoy my Parmo and chips. It's nice.
Different and
Bit
unusual.
of sunshine. Bit of sunshine up there too. It was very sunny. I went up to the Sunshine Coast also.
Oh, the sun does shine on the Sunshine Coast.
Did for every day that I was up there. But now I'm back and we've watched some movie trailers.
We did attempt to watch some movie trailers.
Well, no, we did. And people by the looks of it, attempted to make some movie trailers.
Tell you what. So there are some
Some of
big-ish
them-
movies coming out
Yeah.
in recent times.
Some of them might have even used footage from the actual movie. Some may not have.
Some definitely didn't.
I did accidentally put on the fan-made AI version of the trailer of Masters of the Universe.
He-Man, yeah.
But then when we watched the real one, it didn't look any more real.
No, it didn't. It really didn't. It looks, I'm putting it out there, Lee.
Yep.
He-Man, for me, I said Project Hail Mary, early Oscars contender. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, early Razzies contender. I'm putting it out there right
Look,
now.
There were a couple of moments even in the trailer that we both cringed at. And I did say that it is based on an 80s kids cartoon.
So is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That might not be a good. So is Transformers.
Yeah. Neither of
And the
those
first one was good.
franchises are fantastic. But I think it's an interesting decision just from the trailer. I feel like they are stuck between trying to make something that is tonally like the 80s cartoon, because there's the moment where he says, I have the power, like
Well, you have
the
to.
cartoon character.
Yeah.
But then there are moments where it looks like they're trying to make it in the tone of the Marvel movies and your modern superhero movie.
Yep.
And I'm like, kind of pick one or the other.
Yeah, it does look somewhere in between the two, and it looks like it's not doing either of them well.
Yeah, about as well as Nicholas Galtzine's doing his American accent.
About as well as Idris Elba's doing his American accent.
I don't think that's meant to be an American accent, but it also doesn't sound like Idris Elba.
It has the same tone of Idris Elba,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's not good whatever he's doing. But also, you don't need to do an American accent. You're from another planet.
You're from somewhere in the universe.
You could do Anne Hathaway and pick every accent and mash them all together.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway from Witches, not Anne Hathaway from Les Mis, or from The Devil Wears Prada 2 that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
I
Will not watch it.
think it's going just for nostalgia, and they haven't put the extra effort into making a good movie.
Is the nostalgia and the pull of He-Man big enough to make a well-grossing movie?
Yes.
Like, it's not
For
up
older
there
millennials.
with, like, Ninja Turtles, if I'm using that, and then using other things like Batman, Superman.
But yeah, I think it will gross reasonably.
I think it
Not
won't.
well.
I think it'll be a bit of a flop.
I think
it depends when it comes out and what's coming out at the same time.
It'll cliff. It'll like fall off a cliff.
Yes.
First weekend, everyone will go, and then some YouTubers will come out, and we could be two of them, will come out and go, actually, no, shit house.
Well, it won't be me because I'm not watching it on the first weekend. I'm telling you that right now.
And
I don't even know when it's out, but I'm busy.
the 5th of June, I think.
Yeah, I am busy that day, actually.
I don't think it's going to be great. There is, I agree with you, chance that it will have some Razzie interest. And
because it just looks fake.
Yeah.
I know it's only the trailer and we can't judge it from the trailer, but if one of the things you're putting in the trailer is, oh, that looks really good, I'm going to go watch that because the effects look amazing, you failed.
But I think you're incorrect in saying we can't judge a movie by the trailer, because I think that's kind of the point of trailers.
Well, yes, it is. But also,
for me to look at a movie and go, I think that will be good, or bad or funny or entertaining or terrible.
Well, if I'm using Project Hail Mary again, not that I'm ranting on about that movie, I saw that trailer and went, that looks really good. I want to go see it. So if that Project Hail Mary had a trailer akin to He-Man, I would have not gone and seen it.
And I don't think it's a good trailer. I don't think it's going to be a great movie. I think it's just going to be average.
I might wait for a stream. I'm not going to pay to see it.
Stream at some point.
It'll be out for 2 weeks and then be on
Prime. Because it is Amazon. Sorry, Amazon MGM.
Oh, that was also the terrible thing. Wait, was that the fake or the real one?
I can't remember, but it was the tiger from... It was the tiger from He-Man.
Well, then that's even worse because it just looked like a cat.
It did just look like a cat.
It didn't look like a big, scary tiger.
No,
it looked
and I think
like
that was in the real
Richmond tiger, which is not scary in the slightest in the world at the moment.
No. Anybody listening or viewing that wants to have a comment about He-Man can comment below.
Please.
But I don't think either of us will rush out to see it.
No. But also, if there's a certain other audience that they're trying to go, you didn't see enough of Nicholas Galitzine design.
No. And most of the things I've seen on my feed have been the gays looking forward to how much buffed up he is. But we didn't see a lot of that in the trailer.
Most of it's then being, how is he going to explain that to old mate first son of the United States when they get married in the sequel of Red, White and Royal Blue?
Also, there wasn't like an explanation of how he was on Earth. And
you're not putting everything in a trailer, though.
What I picked up from the story is he's on Earth for some reason and then has to go back and save his planet from the guy with the skull face.
Skeletor.
Yep.
Yes.
And
didn't you have a He-Man doll growing up?
No, it was just a wrestler that I called He-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't actually He-Man. Anyway, that's He-Man Master of the Universe. Actually, it's just called Master of the Universe, the trailer for the movie coming out at least in America on June 5th. We don't know if it'll be here on June 5th.
Surely it has to be.
Who knows? That then went on to Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Yep.
It's a brand new day. Welcome to the brand new day. Thor's there. Hulk's there. No one knows who
Thor
he
wasn't
is.
there.
Thor wasn't there.
Hulk was there, but not Hulk.
He
was there as Bruce Banner.
I have to say, as regular listeners of the podcast will know, I am not up to date with the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the slightest. I just watched half of Infinity War. That wasn't because it was bad. It was because it was late at night and I was falling asleep.
And it's long.
It's very long. Spoilers. So many spoilers in this trailer. I had to wipe my existence from memory as Peter Parker, so nobody knows who I am.
Oh, yeah, that's from the end of the third Spider-Man movie.
There you go. I've only watched one Spider-Man movie.
Well, that's on you,
And
really.
then, don't spoil me that his auntie's dead.
No, that's fine. I don't think the auntie died in the movie. I think that's
the start.
He died in this movie. She died in this movie or in between the last movie and this movie.
If she dies in this movie, terrible spoiler in the trailer. And then you said maybe
Unless
they couldn't afford her. And I said, if you can't afford Marissa Tomei, then Jesus Christ, you've got problems.
That's true. They are Disney. They can afford anyone.
Although, how much do you reckon Mark Ruffalo's getting paid for 20 minutes of screen time in this movie?
I think it'll be less than 20 minutes.
Exactly.
I think he'll be in one scene.
And he'll explain something scientific about mutating genetics. And
well, that's what he did in the trailer. That's what I've picked up. Spider-Man's genes are further mutating from being human to being a bit spider to being a bit something else.
It makes him more webby and more buff.
And I think there's also going to be some kind of... There have been Spider-Mans before you or in other multiverses from things that they said. Tune into another channel because someone will have unpacked the whole trailer. We're just giving an impression of what we thought.
I just watched the trailer. Also not going to go watch it in the cinema.
I think this needs to be Tom Holland's last Marvel movie.
I think it needs to be Zendaya's last movie. Take a break. I know you just came from a break.
For a while.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Well, she's got four movies
she's got
coming
four
out this
movies
year
and a
a
TV
season
show.
of Euphoria. We talked about that
Fucking
last
hell.
week. But I think Tom Holland as Spider-Man is done. I feel like, because you said his accent wasn't great. I
don't like his portrayal of Spider-Man.
I think his portrayal of Spider-Man is okay. I feel like his portrayal of Spider-Man in this trailer doesn't look good because he is getting older and still trying to play the same Spider-Man that started when he was 16.
Yeah, and I have nothing to compare it to. I haven't seen in much or any of the other Spider-Men. But
Oh, you mean Toby and Andrew?
yeah, so I'm not comparing it to other portrayals of Spider-Man. I'm just saying the way he portrays Spider-Man I do not like, and I find him really annoying and his accent very grating.
Yes, I can understand that. I think this should be his last Marvel movie.
Yeah, cool.
I
That
think he
sounds
needs to
good.
move on to other projects.
He's not going to be in Doomsday.
He is.
Well, he's going to be in Odyssey.
Yes.
With the rest of Hollywood.
But I think from that, after Doomsday, he needs to be done and just do other things.
You know what he could cash in on?
What?
Maybe some roles that Chalamet ain't going to get no more.
Yeah.
They could do the same. They're basically the same twink. So you could do the same job.
Except Timmy's a better actor. I'm gonna say.
Or, as we've said before, have we not seen the full breadth of what Tom Holland can do?
I reckon Tom Holland can dance better than Timothy Chalamet.
I think so as well.
But also Timothy Chalamet doesn't care for dancing.
Exactly. It's a dying art form.
It's a dying art form, so why
that
would we
nobody
bother?
cares about.
Tom Holland could really go onto the stage and be like, were you thinking of Chalamet? You hate him now, stage people? I'll take that role on
all
the West End.
all the
Thanks.
Broadway gays
Yeah.
that have gone off Chalamet can go on to Holland in a non-sexual way.
And he just needs to be in like one West End play.
Yeah.
And then he'll be
needs
right.
to go be
He'll
in
be set.
fucking Pippin. I don't know why that came into my head, but I think there's a skinny kid in it.
But he's not a skinny kid anymore, and that's part of my problem with his portrayal of Spider-Man is there are comics, obviously. There are comics where Spider-Man becomes a man and isn't the boy anymore, but I don't think that should be Tom Holland, and I think Tom Holland is still trying to play that younger Spider-Man. And from what we saw in the trailer, the 4 Spider-Man movies are across about 5 years, but in release, they've been across about 12.
Well, it's very Stranger Things.
Yeah. So I think that it needs to be it for him, and that means Zendaya doesn't have to do it anymore.
Thank God.
And
I like Zendaya, I'm just
we
saying.
can move
fair
on
enough.
until maybe like Robert Downey Jr., they offer him a fuck ton of money to come back in the franchise in some other way, and then he comes back.
Wasn't there something of Tom Holland was going to be Fred Astaire in a biopic?
Yes, that was talked about.
Never happened.
Has not progressed from something we
Someone's
talked
going to be
about last
Gene
year.
Kelly that will be bad.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it is. And then was it someone was going to be George Michael? Because it was going to be so many biopics, which is, as I'll keep talking about biopics so we get a good segue into our next trailer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're not going to like this. A planned Gene Kelly biopic initiated by and set to star Chris Evans is in development, apparently.
No.
The film focuses...
too tall.
No, the film focuses on a 12-year-old boy working at MGM in 1952 who forms an imaginary friendship with Kelly.
Oh, so it's like Jojo Rabbit, but
With
Gene
less
Kelly is Hitler.
Nazis. 3-time Academy Award nominee John Logan, The Aviator, Red and Moulin Rouge, is writing the script, apparently. The project is produced by T Street Productions, which is Ryan Johnson and Ram Bergman, and Chris Evans.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I know who the kid's going to be, though. The kid from Hamnet. Give him
that'd
all
be
the
good.
kids. Give him
That
all
would
the
be
kid roles.
Good, actually.
So give it either one of them. Probably the younger one because the older one's probably too old to be a 12-year-old.
I also don't think... I understand if Chris Evans is like, I kind of like this idea and I kind of like Gene Kelly. Doesn't mean you have to cast yourself.
No, like I like Gene Kelly. I'm
Yeah.
not going to cast myself as Gene Kelly.
Yeah. But you're not Chris Evans. And that's the thing. I think Chris Evans is like, well, I'm Chris Evans. I can be Gene
I'm
Kelly.
barely even Scott Evans. Speaking of biopics.
I thought I was going to say, speaking of third brothers, we're going to talk about Deadlock next week, actually, because that stars Luke Hemsworth.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
But
Speaking of
third
biopics,
trailer, the third trailer we watched.
The YouTubes automatically went from Spider-Man No Way Out,
Brand new
day, to Michael.
Yes.
The trailer for the Michael Jackson biopic or biopic.
Starring Jafar Jackson, Michael's
Yes.
nephew, Jermaine's son.
And as with the previous two trailers having bad accents, Jafar Jackson sounds like he's got the impression down.
Yes.
It's also a very easily impersonated thing.
Yeah, I
if
think
you can
so.
do it.
Yeah.
Coleman Domingo, no attempt at changing his voice at all from the sounds of the trailer, but it's fine because he has a good voice. But then I will also say that the makeup looks awful.
Yep.
The prosthetics look like they're from an 80s movie.
I'm not sure. I think it's a mix of some prosthetics and some digital de-aging. But I've seen a lot better digital de-aging than I did in this trailer.
It looks really bad.
I
That's all
also
I have to say about that.
feel like it's been sanitized. And I'm not talking about the sanitizing the issues that Michael Jackson faced courtroom-wise later in life. Mm-hmm. Talking about Joe, the father, being sanitized. Because by a lot of reports, he was a bastard, allegedly.
Yeah. But it's also probably similar to, if it's being made by the same people that made Bohemian Rhapsody, a lot of that is sanitized for a wider audience.
Yes, and so the main scene of Joe talking to the family is a nice family dinner where he says, don't you want something better in life than what I had? And the kids go, yes, Daddy, and then blame it on the boogie.
And then they're...
Yeah. And then,
he stubbed his toe and went, and Joe went, hang on a minute. Do it again.
Also, did you know that Michael Jackson wore black leather shoes and white socks?
Do you know he had a glove at one point? It was glitty and he only wore one.
We got some disgustingly obvious close-ups of that in the trailer. Both of those things.
And do you know he thought that music could change the world?
It's not a new opinion, Michael. I get it, though.
But no, he was
wants
the
to be
first
the
one that thought
person that his music changes the world. I don't know.
I think it will make a lot of money.
Yes, I agree.
He is widely popular with multiple generations.
Yes, I think Jafar will be good.
I think Jafar will be good.
Within the potentially not so great context of the film.
That sounds like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep.
Rami Malek was good in an otherwise kind of average movie that was drawn and made you watch it because you knew you were going to get a good song soon.
Yep.
There you go. There's my review for Bohemian Rhapsody and
Michael
and or the one they did about Whitney.
I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Thank you.
And or Respect.
No, that was a bit better. Because that didn't sanitize some things about Aretha.
At the time, I think you thought Bohemian Rhapsody was better than your recent rewatch.
I recently did rewatch it and it has not aged well. I was not sober when I watched it, but that only makes my opinion more valid.
Yeah, because you didn't have the beer goggles on.
Well, I had beer goggles on. It was still bad.
Yes, yes.
But then at the end, you're still like, fuck, so good. But then you're like, hang on a minute. The rest wasn't great.
The rest wasn't
Anyway,
great.
maybe I'll do a little sneaky post about that one.
Yeah, well, you might be able to go into some more detail about it.
Yep.
3 trailers, 3 no's.
A no, and I'll see it because I think it will be okay and I will have to talk about it.
They come out in the reverse order that we've talked about them. Michael comes out later this month, then Spiderman comes out in May and He-Man comes out in June.
Mm-hmm. He-Man's the summer blockbuster.
Hopefully.
That and...
Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is June as well, actually.
No, June's in December.
That's why you have to say Dune.
Yeah, Dune.
And not June.
Mm.
I haven't watched a trailer
Zendaya.
for Dune.
I saw one before I watched Project Hail Mary. Have I mentioned that?
Yes. Is it as unnecessarily long as the movie?
No, the unnecessary thing is that it's March when I watched that movie and saw the trailer, and then it goes, it's fucking 9 months away.
Well, apparently Marvel and Disney are trying to bring forward the release of Doomsday because they were scheduled for release on the same day accidentally, and then they
Doomsday.
tried to do some Barbenheimer
Yeah.
type
Dickard kind of thing. Yeah.
type thing around it. But then Dune got in too quickly or too financially and booked all the IMAX screens. So there were no IMAX
God.
screenings left for Avengers Doomsday. So Disney are
That's
talking
smart.
about bringing their release date forward a week so that they can get a week of IMAX before Dune goes on IMAX. If I had to choose which one of those two to watch on IMAX, it would be 100% Dune.
If I had to choose one of those two to watch, it would be Dune.
Because I don't think...
Even though I didn't really like the other two. I mean, they were well-made movies and they're very good, but they're fucking slow as fuck.
Yeah, well, they're based
Very
on
bitter
high...
today.
They're based on high fantasy.
High fantasy. High
high-
horror, high fantasy.
Yeah, high political fantasy.
High comedy is just a Seth Rogen movie.
Pizza Night. Have you seen any trailers for that?
No, I thought
Speaking
you
of
were inviting me for a meat lovers.
Stoner comedy?
Is that what the Pineapple Express sequel?
No, it's its own thing. College, and the one with no teeth from Stranger Things is in it.
Gatton Matasaro.
Yep. And
That was a butcher of his name.
they get stoned and have pizza and then go on some wild stoned adventure.
So it is Pineapple Express, but with
Well,
pizza.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's getting good reviews.
And who's in it? Seth Rogen, James Franco,
No.
Jonah Hill.
No, it's different. It's different.
Oh.
I don't think it has anything to do with them.
Wow.
We'll watch a trailer for next week.
Cool.
But it's people are saying it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Lee, we watched some trailers and none of them grabbed our attention. And I have to say that I've been watching some new TV recently and there's been a couple of things that I'm like, nah.
There were two things that you gave one episode and gave up on.
There was one I watched one episode of. It's Rooster with Steve Carell.
Which a lot of people have said is great.
Yeah, but I feel like the people that are saying that are just people that are fine with anything Steve Carell does.
Okay.
I'm not. I watched one episode and that's it. Like, it's not even having what's his face, Jamie Tart in it.
Oh, yeah.
Not good enough. Also, nothing grabbed me at all about the movie. It just seemed like sad old white guy.
Don't come in the comments and say, oh, you got to give it 3 episodes. No.
No, I'm not. They're 50-minute episodes. I don't have the fucking time.
No.
All right.
But we are fully, as a podcast, on the record of if we don't like the first episode, don't tell me to wait.
Also, I think it's on Apple TV.
It is.
I am not subscribing to Apple TV for that one show. There's nothing else on Apple TV that I want to watch at the moment. So I'm not spending the fucking $16 a month.
So expensive.
Do you know how the cost of living, all right?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a ceasefire, but petrol is still expensive, all right? But I don't drive.
This episode comes out tomorrow, so the ceasefire could have ended by then.
Who knows? God, we could all be gone.
We could go either way. The war could intensify or the war could be over. We never know.
Yeah.
It just depends on what he wants to tweet tonight.
We're not going to get political because that's not what
So
we
Rooster-
do. Rooster is a no.
No.
It's
Is
a
it a no?
cockadoodle. No.
Is it a no because it's not well made, or is it a no because it's not for you?
I believe it's not for me. I also didn't really get what was going on and where it was going.
Okay.
And if it was going where I thought it was going, I had no interest.
Yep.
Like, I don't need to watch a series of Steve Carell being like funny but dark humor while he's struggling with his daughter's divorce. I don't know. I don't care.
Okay.
Or if you want to get me in, get a gay in there. Don't just be a bunch of boring straight white people complaining about your problems.
We are beyond that in TV.
Yeah.
Is that what DTF is as well?
DTF is different.
Okay.
So I watched one episode of DTF after a friend recommended it to me.
Is it called DTF or DTF St. Louis?
It's called DTF St. Louis.
That's
but
unnecessary.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Because it's not like the Real Housewives of St. Louis. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's
do
not
they
like
think
there's
there's gonna be
DTF Minnesota.
DTF,
Minnesota?
DTF Albuquerque next year.
Maybe.
DTF Seattle. It's going to become like
DTF Akron, Ohio. I don't know. I'm just naming weird cities.
like CSI Miami, Las Vegas, New York,
New York,
LA.
Sydney.
Oh, yeah, Sydney.
Oh, no, NCIS. Sydney.
Yes, true.
Anyway, we haven't watched them either.
No.
So a friend said, watch it, it's very good. After I said, you have to watch The Pit, which is basically what I say to everyone.
Yeah, I've been told that. I should. I know.
And I watched one episode. It's Jason Bateman being
Jason Bateman.
like serious, but dark, but weird. Like,
Okay.
I haven't watched Ozark, but that's quite full on, isn't it? No.
I feel like, well, I'm almost 2 seasons through and I gave up because it didn't get full on.
Maybe it's the same kind of thing then, because it seems like it's like slow paced and just kind of things are maybe gonna happen, which is probably setting up. The first episode sets up things.
Yes.
So I will watch it again because it then does become a bit crime thrillery towards the end of the first episode. But it's got him, David Harbour, which I'm not sure that I like. I don't know if I'm a fan of David Harbour, and it's not because of Lily Allen's album, because I thought that was bad. And Nurse Sam Taggart from ER.
Oh, yeah.
Linda Cardellini.
Velma from Scooby-Doo.
That's maybe a better reference, but to me, she'll always be Nurse Sam Taggart from ER. Linda Cardellini, who's very good. I like her in most things.
She's also in, I think, that show with Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
Where they don't kill James Marsden.
But someone's dead.
Yeah, Dead to Me is what it's called.
Yes.
Someone is dead.
Yeah. So I will keep watching. It is intriguing.
Okay.
Slow. Like slow paced. There's not a lot of words, which is good. And he's a bit
probably makes it
weird.
slower.
He's a bit weird. And David Harbour's weird. And then there's a couple of other people that are a bit odd as well. Like
Aren't they
everybody's just
love triangle? David and Jason and Linda? Is that what the DTF is for?
That's where it's hinting at.
Okay. And
I don't know if they've
all
officially
single.
confirmed it yet, but I'm just assuming.
Okay.
DTF is apparently an app for married people that just want to get a bit on the side.
Oh, okay. Like Ashley Madison.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a crime happens.
Facebook. Like
most
don't
apps.
married people already do that?
Yeah, most apps married people can use for that. Another show we watched one episode of that we are going to continue to watch is a show that's 20 years old but has a new season that's come out.
Yes.
Because somebody told me to watch The Comeback.
Well, one could say it's come back.
Well, and I think that's the point of the,
the whole thing.
series.
Yeah.
So the first one was in 2005. Mm-hmm. Not very long post Friends, Lisa Kudrow has this show that's about an ex-sitcom star making a comeback.
Yes.
A little bit meta for
Valerie
you.
Cherish.
And it's a bit like she's in a reality show and she's been cast in this sitcom and we get to kind of see her trying to make her comeback. It's interestingly not a reality show. Like the show is not
It's a
following...
mockumentary.
No, but yeah.
It's a metromentary. It's a meta mockumentary.
Because the show isn't a her talking to the camera reality show of her making a comeback. The show is...
It's a mockumentary.
No, I don't think it is because...
What do you mean? It's like...
No, because she never talks to the camera other than talking to the reality TV show camera within the show. Do you know what I mean?
So it's
The show is not a show about the making of the reality show.
Reality. It's
a reality show just within a show.
No, I get what you mean, but...
Because the show is not about the reality show of making of her, but it is fuck, I can't explain it.
Yeah, because it's convoluted.
I can't explain the thing in my head. Like, it's not, hey, I'm Valerie Cherish and let's watch me making a reality show.
Yeah. So it's like a mockumentary is like Abbott Elementary, and they're making a documentary about these school teachers.
Yes.
It's not.
Or actually, this is a mockumentary, Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's because it's not showing a documentary of Valerie Cherish making a comeback. It's showing a reality show filming Valerie Cherish make a comeback.
Yep.
So it's one step
it's a show
above.
Yes, it's a show about her making
mockumentary.
a comeback, and the comeback includes a reality show. The show is not about her making a reality show, even though it is. But it's funny.
Yeah, it is very funny, actually.
We did laugh. And so there was this series in 2005, and then there was a series in 2015, and there's a new series from 2025 that's just come out. Mm-hmm. So we've got some catching up to do.
Yes, we do.
But it's got fans, apparently.
It does.
It's an
It does have
HBO show.
fans.
And
She's been critically acclaimed.
and Lisa Kudrow is good.
I have not seen her in anything I've not liked her in. That's correct.
Okay.
I just said that off the cuff, and now I'm trying to think. Friends? She's
Yep.
good in Friends.
Yep.
She's basically the best character in
Mad
Friends.
About You.
Mad About You? She's good in that.
Same
Still the
character.
Romy and Michelle.
Yes.
Nails it.
Easy A.
Easy A. Great movie.
She might be in a Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion too soon.
I'll watch it.
They
and
keep
it could
talking
be
about it.
okay. I'm sure she's in more than that.
She is.
And I'm not going to go through her whole IMDb
think
because
she's
I will
done-
prove myself wrong.
A couple of voice actings too.
Oh, for sure.
There was an interview with her that I saw a bit of during the week where she said to her, Phoebe wasn't a dumb character.
No, she was just alternative.
Yeah.
She was the kooky one.
She was the kooky one, which these in the decade after that would be played by a different ethnicity.
Like, Happy Endings.
Yes. Restarted watching that actually.
Alicia Cuthbert's character, Alex,
Yes.
she's the Phoebe
Yep.
or Rachel.
No.
She's Rachel.
Her sister's the Monica.
Duh. Fat Joey. And then she's not dumb. She's dumb.
Alex is dumb.
But she has a business.
Yeah, but in the 3 seasons, you see 2 customers in there.
No, you see others when they're kids that buy the baby T-shirts.
She also gets robbed 3 times, doesn't she?
They're flying off the racks and straight onto theirs. She gets robbed. No, she gets a racist parrot.
Okay, all right. This is not a happy endings podcast, although it could be. If you want a happy endings podcast, comment below. I'm going to quickly talk about a show I watched that I should have watched earlier than this, and we also should have talked about it earlier was Wayward.
Yes.
Created and starring Mae Martin. Mm-hmm. And thank goodness they can write because their acting was not amazing.
It's Seinfeld.
They were in scenes with Toni Collette.
Oh, well, there you go.
So an underrated, I've said it before, an underrated Australian export, Toni Collette. It's good. It's a little bit funny,
Okay.
but it's also a bit horror. It's like a
Horror?
kind of creepy thriller, not horror. I expected it to be horror
Okay.
because genre classifications have this weird thing where they call horror thriller. So sometimes I watch something called a thriller expecting it to be horror, but no, it's just a thriller. So it's about a school in a town in a state that I can't remember. Missouri, maybe. Did
St.
you
Louis.
just say Missouri before?
I said Minnesota.
Well, it's neither of them. And they take kids that are troubled
Okay.
and take them, and then it kind of is a bit culty.
Ooh.
And then the town is a bit culty, and Mae Martin moves there with their wife, who's about to have a baby, and the wife went to this school.
Okay.
And so Toni Collette kind of gets her claws into them when they come back.
Is Toni Collette a baddie?
Yeah. And then there are also these other kids that end up at the school that shouldn't be there, that are from Canada for some reason, and they try to escape from the school. And then as you go, you realise how weird and culty and wrong the town and the school are.
Okay.
Mae Martin's good. My criticism is that it's set in 2003, and I couldn't work out any reason why.
Okay.
Because sometimes they set things like in the early 90s so that characters don't have a mobile phone,
Yes.
but this was 2003. So
So
people
they've at least got like a Nokia.
did have mobile phones. But it just meant like they had a Discman instead of listening on Spotify.
Maybe it's just a cheap way to get nostalgia in there.
I'm not ready for 2003 to be nostalgic.
Lee, I think you need to get with it.
I know it was 20 years ago,
Yeah.
but I'm not ready for my first year of uni to be in nostalgia shows.
Speaking of feeling old, slightly off topic and nostalgia, I referenced at work today the 90s movie Andre with that girl and the seal.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knew it.
You need new workmates.
But then somebody looked it up and they said, oh, that girl that's in everything in the 90s. I go, yeah, her.
Yes,
I don't know her
her.
name.
Yeah, no.
But her. Anyway, sorry, she's not in Wayward.
My other question, and I don't
I
know
just
if
went a bit wayward then.
this relates to the 2003-ness, is according to their bio, Mae Martin uses they, them pronouns and is non-binary. Mm-hmm. In the show, they play a trans man with he, him pronouns.
Okay.
And I was kind of wondering, like, because that also wasn't a huge storyline. There are a couple of lines within scenes where people were very accepting and the town was very accepting of him and him having a wife, and they always said your husband, da-da-da, father, him. And no one said anything different.
Yes.
But it kind of got me wondering why.
Well, you can still identify as a trans man and use they, them pronouns.
Yeah. Yeah.
But are you saying if Mae Martin themselves doesn't
If Mae Martin
identify
themselves
as a trans
doesn't
man,
identify as a trans
why
man.
are they playing a trans man?
Yes. And possibly it is in 2003, non-binary wasn't a thing in inverted commas, because it
Yes.
was. It
Yes.
just wasn't
It wasn't.
prevalent or talked about or as accepted. But also you're writing your own town, so you can just write non-binary being accepted, just like you've gone to a rural town and trans man has been problemlessly accepted.
Yeah, like I watched this show called Midnight Texas, and I watched it definitely for the plot and not because anybody that starred in Heated Rivalry was in it.
Yeah.
And it's just a town where all these supernatural people go to live. So there's like a vampire and a witch and a psychic and a werewolf.
And they're all hot.
And they're all hot and they're all there. And
Yeah.
you don't ask why, you just deal with it and hope that Francois Arnaud takes his shirt off.
And
That had nothing to do with what you were saying, but
No,
great.
and there were a couple of moments where I feel Mae Martin was kind of proud of their post-surgery body and was just happily just wrote in for their character to take their shirt off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, they look great. But I don't know, that was just a thing I was thinking. That if you're going to write your own show, you can write yourself as...
Maybe it's a writing of what they wished could have been happening in 2003.
Yeah.
So they were like, it's alternate reality.
Or the other possibility I thought of was they wrote the trans man in there to show that the town is accepting, to contrast at the points where Mae Martin's character feels like something's wrong in the town.
So is it a Black Mirror episode?
No.
Okay.
But then my thought was like, but if that's the thing, they haven't built up the accepting of the transness enough, because it would be like, you can't say this town's fucked. They're more accepting of your transness than in Detroit, where you just have moved from.
Okay.
but they didn't build that bit enough up for it to contrast.
Yeah,
some
but if
things
that's
that
not
were
the
fucked up.
point of the show, then you don't want to make that the point of the show.
Yeah, but if you're writing anyway, I don't know. Maybe May Martin is listening and they can tell us.
If you're still with Parvati, it's great. I'm not sure that you are anymore.
They're good, and I've seen a lot of their little bits and pieces online, and they are funny.
The other thing that is coming out soon that apparently should watch, I don't know if it's out already. I have not done any research. I just saw it on the thing. Hannah Gadsby has a new stand-up special. It's apparently very good.
Yeah.
I haven't done any research. Don't know what it's called, when it's on, if it's out yet, when it's out. But
I
watch
did
this space.
see it, and I can't remember the name of it.
Cool.
Should we talk about that Aussie show we've both watched season 3 of? Did you finish season 3?
I've watched 2 episodes of season 3 of Heartbreak High.
Next week, we'll talk about the conclusion of Heartbreak High.
I will finish that by the end of next week.
Let's make next week Aussie Queer TV Week.
Aussie Queer TV. Great. I can't wait to watch those 2 shows and that's it.
Heartbreak High and Deadlock next week.
Wait, I'm going to find another gay queer show that's Australian. Invisible Boys.
Yeah, we already talked about that. I'm reading his book, King of Dirt, Holden Shepherd's book.
Great.
I've got because next week, I think, we can talk about this after the show, actually, if you want to go to his book launch of his new book, Yeah, The Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Why don't we
off air.
make next week, our homework is to, then next week we come back and all we talk about is gay Aussies.
Okay.
Great.
Can we go back to Thorpe's Undercover Angels if we're talking about queer people in Australian TV?
If it gets Jackie O some positive publicity, no. No, I'm team Jackie O.
I think she's okay for the positive publicity.
When I went to Brisbane,
yes.
You go to Brisbane Airport and then you stand around in their makeshift spot where you pick up an Uber. You wait for your Uber just in a bit. It's not in a real spot, like a real airport. But at least it has more than one terminal. Like when we were going to Canberra and our cousin was like, what terminal? You're like, yes.
Yes, Canberra Airport.
One. So you stand and some guy started talking to me. He's like, oh, taking a while to get the Uber. I go, mate, I don't care. Longer I wait at the airport, less time I'm at work.
Yep.
High work if you're listening. And then he's like, oh, you just got here from Melbourne. He's like, yeah, I'm here for RAN or whatever the...
Oh, ARN. Australian Radio Network.
Yep. ARN. I go, oh, okay, cool. And then I blanked. I was like, I fucking no idea what that means. He's like, you've been following that? I'm like, a little bit. He's like, yeah, Kyle and Jackie. I go, oh, that. Okay.
Was he one of Kyle's lawyers or something?
No, he had something to do with something and he came up just for that because that was the day that decisions were going to be made or something. And he was there potentially covering it.
Oh.
Yeah, but then I never saw him again. So I didn't delve into why he was there.
But I also feel like, is ARN's head office or Kyle or Jackie O in Brisbane?
Well, I don't know why it was in Brisbane. Are they in Brisbane?
No, they're Sydney-based. The show is Sydney-based.
Wait, was it when I was in Sydney? No. I haven't been there recently. It was definitely Brisbane. Or was it Adelaide? No, it was definitely Brisbane.
Speaking of the pickup section of Brisbane Airport, right, so I just went, and when I got dropped off at Melbourne Airport...
Yes.
The people monitoring the drop-off area were very active.
Oh, yeah.
Of pushing people up and moving people and telling
blowing
people...
Blowing the whistle, you shall not pass.
Telling people not to move away from their cars, just hug, see ya. At Brisbane Airport, it is every person for themselves.
Yeah, good luck.
And there were just like people pulling out and then just people pulling in and then someone waiting behind this car to pull in... I'll do it that way for the listeners. Waiting behind this car to pull in, but sticking out while there were vacant spots in front. I'm like, well, this one can move forward or this one can go round.
Yeah, nah.
So I just told my mate to go to the very end because there was spots there because people didn't
because the Ubers just want to drop people off and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, so they can do another lap and pick someone up.
Yeah, and then charge them too much for an Uber because you went to the airport.
Anyway, on the plane up, I watched Heartbreak High, and on the plane back, I read King of Dirt.
Okay, well,
we'll talk about both of them next week.
I'm going to find a gay Aussie book to read in the next week and watch Heartbreak High, and I'm going to find some other gay Aussie something to watch.
You're going to finish Deadlock.
Oh, fuck.
So you're going to finish
Start
Heartbreak
Deadlock.
High and Deadlock. And don't worry about the book. I'll cover the book thing.
No, I'm going to try.
Oh, I don't think I'll finish King of Dirt by next week.
There is one I do want to watch, actually. I mean, read. Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
good.
Great.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's funny. Every second week, I seem to have no wrap up for the show. I just, listening back to it, there's just occasionally I'll just go, are we done?
You know what else didn't wrap up well?
What?
The trailer He-Man. Full circle.
Well, no, I skipped it because I was like, we just
No,
got
but
to
it
that
was
point
also
where we're
just
like,
like
not going to watch
in
it.
cinemas, and then Skeletor flies out of fucking nowhere, and he's just like,
Okay.
much like the end of this episode.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. Comments. Did you want to watch Rooster more than Brett did?
Probably.
DTF St. Louis, do you think it will be a series in different cities?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to seeing in the cinemas soon? Tell us if we've missed anything. We should watch Jim Part 2. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Lee.